Okay, so I was thinking that, like, this was fun, and I know that there were scares that I didn't see. Either, I wasn't looking at them, but definitely they do different scares because I watched a little bit of Jacob playing and a little bit of Tim playing, and they were seeing different things. So I'm going to do another shift. I think I just could continue for shift 2. And we'll see what happens this time. And I'll probably cut it into the highlights instead of doing the hour and a half so that it's not a lot of the same quiet embalming. But yeah, we'll just check in with each other every now and then. Dun, dun, dun. It wasn't thunderstorming last time, was it?
There we go.
Okay. Mr. Tracy, left arm, left leg. No, what am I missing? Oh, left leg. What? Who is it? So something I'm hoping to investigate is, not that one, this one. Raymond, I really need a key to the hatch outside. Cleaner's low and you mentioned having some down there before. I know you don't trust anyone to go down there, but having a copy of the key would make things a lot easier for everyone. Zoe. And here's extra keys, but I can't pick them up. They just stay there. So the hatch is like here-ish outside. So it would be really neat if I could actually figure out what to do with that. I tried it with the large old key that I currently have in my inventory, but that did not work. Slowly but surely. Okay. Hey, how do I crouch? What is this? Ooh. I hear a door. No? Okay, well that's cool. I want to figure that out for sure. I thought I heard a door. Alright, we're leaving that open. Hopefully I can find a code for that. Oof. Okay, that's a new one. What's with that? Ah! What was with the, like, hole coming out of it? Okay, I don't like that door shut. That one can be shut for now. What's with the, like, that thing coming out of it? Does anyone know what the purpose of that thing's for? Looks like you would like funnel something in. Or maybe is the point... Okay, now I need the tubing, don't I? Is the point... Like, is it a breathing thing or something? Oh! I just pressed B by accident. And my thing like exploded already. Well, where is it? Ah, ha! Okay. Oh, something's happening.
There we go.
Am I getting drunk? Nothing's happening? Everything seemed to kind of change color. Why is it snowing in here? What the fuck? Okay, I don't think there's anything suspicious about this body at this time. Walking backwards into this room is not ideal. Next body. Dementius Ford. Demetrius, not Dementius. Hello? Hello? Where was that? Was it you? Like, are those just... I don't go investigating every sound I hear, because it seems like a lot of them are just kind of sounds. God, stuff could totally appear in there. I don't... like... Am I supposed to be able to find that? Oh, you're right. I should probably carry the matches. No, I don't have room in my inventory for the matches. I'm going to put the matches where I put that large old key. Which is in front of the reagent thing. That's where I'll collect my things. It was definitely not... Yeah, see the large old key is right there. Okay. Well, nothing yet. Oh, we're getting drunk again. Oh, that's it. I wonder what that's leading up to. Oh, I know we're not supposed to trust the phone, but we're gonna pick it up anyway.
Hello?
Hello?
She sounds just annoyed
Why
this
are
time.
you still doing this? I'm going to kill you, Rebecca.
God. I'm trying to find any numbers that could be a code for that keypad. Oh. That is very hard to see. So I'm getting the vibe that our mom blamed us for our father's death, and that we had addiction problems and our father had addiction problems. Oh!
I'm missing something.
I can't turn off the radio if I'm missing something? Ooh. Yeah, we definitely have addiction problems. Oh, here we go.
Yo, thought you'd be hiding in Billy's place.
Yikes.
Your dad being a total fucking loser. Ran
Don't
down
say
to
that
the
about him.
just a sec. Grab your kid and get down here. Party's gonna start without you.
Yikes. Alright, is this my kit? My kit. Alright. Let's go do drugs. Or drown in here? I don't want to do that. What the? You saw those red lights there, right? It looked like eyeballs. What? Is that my dad?
You did this to me. It's all your fault.
Goodness. Those were the eyes I saw. Okay. What was that sound? I'm curious to know what that ends up looking like. What do I have in my inventory? Nothing. What do we need to put in there? Reagent and humectant. Oh. It's happening again. Are the sounds coming from over here? Oh, it just... Okay. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Aha! Oops. Broke my pencil. We can probably go and figure out the name now. Let's see. Alright. I've been kind of poking about trying to see if any numbers stand out. Okay. I've got 3 of the 4 so far. I'll show you them when I see them. Okay, well, first I'm gonna go turn that off. Because that one I know is just the thing slamming over there. Oh, they're all slamming, thank you. And I still haven't identified anything. Oh. Man, the light switch is so far in there. Oh, fuck! Oh, God. That one got me. Don't like that. I may have closed my eyes, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. All right, back to this. Fuck. Rude. One of the symbols is that one, and that one, and that one. So presumably it's going to be a neck. I think I had a neck last time. I'm just going to mark, if it is a neck, I'm going to put them in the right order on my paper here. And then it would be one of these up top. Just gonna see. Oh, it could be Sebos too. As I said, I have these 3. So I'll write them both down. So that I don't have to come back to the computer. So this one is like a swirly down here. I guess a swirly. Invidious. I hear that. Okay, no, none of these. Ooh, ooh, don't like that sound one bit. I'm assuming all of these, like, fadey moments are gonna culminate into something. A big, scary moment. Okay. Keep looking. And we got one more. Desolation. Okay, so it has got to be either a neck or Sybil's. And I've written them both down here, and I've circled the thing that I need. What was I doing with this guy? I think I'm on moisturizing his face. Yeah. I haven't yet identified anything noteworthy with these bodies. But to be fair, I'm not paying like a ton of attention to any potential movements they might be making. I'm pretty sure we did determine that we can... Please tell me this is gonna work. Good. We can take the body out here and inspect it again. Oh no. He's facing away from us. Excuse me. Oh. Oh, God damn it. We're just gonna turn on that light. What's going on over here? I don't think I did this. Okay. I'll check you while I got you. Here it comes again. I did leave this one open. Like, is something gonna come of that? So far, none of the bodies have any marks, which are what showed me last time. Sure hope it's not gonna be like... Oh. Hey, let me... There we go, I guess I'll have to do this. What's with this stuff? You know, like the... It's gone now? Was it just highlighting... Why is it snowing in here? On the bright side, I do know one of the endings is you being possessed, so at least if I pick the wrong body, I get a different ending. But I really am not interested in losing on purpose, you know? There's 5 endings, so presumably... I hope I don't have to do too much research about the endings. Oh, I'm missing something on her? Stop closing my doors! I wonder if the... Oh, god damn it. Jacob told me about this one. Fuck me. Here it comes. Oh, yeah, he told me there was a lights out ghost. Great. I keep looking around when this one happens to see if anything's like happening. Apparently there's like 5 out of... I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the 6th one? Check on the left side. Left shoulder, left arm, left leg. Oh, there we go. I couldn't see it under the rotate part. I'm gonna try 1970 for that passcode. Business cards established 1970. Pound? Okay, I guess not. I think someone's been in here closing my cupboards. Okay, anyway, let's start with her. Okay, well. Huh. Ma'am? Ma'am? I don't want to go that way. Alright, fine. Oh. Well, that's a little better than walking into that dark room, to be honest. I'm gonna put this away. I don't think I'll get a sigil over here. God has left you. Is that me or my mom? I hate turning around. Do you think this is just gonna get like smaller and smaller? Wow, that was something else. What a guy! What a guy! What a guy.
Rebecca. Rebecca, come down here.
Sure, let's just go down into the creepy cellar. What? Oh, good God. Fuck me.
So, little Raymond thinks he
Holy
found
shit.
a replacement. Another sacrifice to save his fucking skin.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my God, the cat making, knocking things over upstairs is not helping. Who has got a key for me? Is that a no? Alright, well I've opened his mouth. Is it gonna be in somebody's mouth? Is that why? This is 7. I'm gonna investigate each of them though. So that one, 0. 9. Interesting. Okay. 9, 7, 0. Is there a 1 for 1970? Did you have a number? You had no number. There's only the 4 of them here, right? Yeah. Okay, I got 1 key. A 1? Actually, I should probably go back and look at the... See up here, they had... Alright, so I'm going to put them in order. We got 1... Ugh. I'm playing with the controller, but sometimes it like wants the mouse to override. Okay. 4. 2. 4 is the 5th number. I do not like the shape of that statue. Oh, I don't like that guy either. Absolutely not. Did I do this one? Yes, 1. And 4's at the end. I'm feeling rather confident that now we've got the code. I just have to figure out the 970, which order they go in. No number. 7 is the 3rd one. Oh, these are awful. This one was looking at me when I was up here. It was. See? Fucking thing. 0. So the 9 must be the second one, but we'll just confirm it. Since I don't know if we can even get back in here. Yes. Okay. 1970-44 is the code. Nice blood basement. Raymond, whose blood are you drinking? Is that mine? Or is that my mom's? Don't drink my mom's blood. I get the feeling she's not great. Yeah, we knew we were going in that grave, didn't we? Please stop burying me alive. Raymond.
Sorry.
Raymond, I'd appreciate it if you'd stop burying me alive. Is this really an ending? Fuck off, Raymond. Oh, okay, good. Like, no! No good boss buries alive. And it's still locked, eh? What do we think? Is that what's actually underneath all that? Don't like this music. I'd like to get back inside the scary building. Thank you. At least the scary building has walls. I can sorta somewhat... I can put my back to them. Okay. See if this works. 1970444. Hell yeah! And we'll take the key. And now let's go back into the hatch. Remember when I said I didn't want to be outside? Guess we're going outside. Oh, let's get this while we're here. Am I? Oh, that's pretty close.
The door's open.
Okay, so it was the first one, Abec or Anek or whatever it was. So at the very least, let's do this while we're here. Okay, so the top one is this. And then this dude's the bottom. This one's there. And the roundish one, that one goes here. I hope the mark isn't massive. Oh, fuck. Okay, we have to drop the mark.
I can't use that here.
I know you can't use that here. I'd like to drop it. I know I can't use that. Can I drop it, please? Am I gonna have to drop my clipboard now? Wow. Okay. Item cannot be dropped. Great. Well, whatever. We're gonna hold on to that mark. What do I have to do with her next? This. We'll do this, and then we will go and enter the hatch.
All right.
I was gonna say, do you hear thumping behind me? I hear thumping. Do I still have the key? Okay, good. Great. Outside again. Although outside has proven to be the least scary area. Interesting. So it's not a bloody mess. Lots of marks. Okay. Lots of marks. Try and look at everything we possibly can look at. May 29th, 1984. I'm not sure why I've decided to write this. I don't keep journals, but it might be the only way I can deal with what's happened, to get my thoughts out. I thought this was over, but it's happened to David. I remember so vividly what it looks like. I don't have any plan here. I just wanted to write. So that was 29th, the 3rd of June. I keep thinking about David. I feel horrible. What he became was terrifying. I remember everything, but I haven't seen it in a living person before. I knew in my gut what was happening, but I couldn't believe it. It's been almost 2 decades. When the body came in, David almost instantly began to become irritable. That's a weird sentence. We both knew something strange was happening, but it directly affected him. He felt sick and went home for the day, only to return that evening saying he felt he had to come back and wanted to work. At that point, I couldn't ignore it. I tried to tell him he was in danger, that this was all real. He insisted on working, becoming irrational again, and asked to work alone. I again told him what to look for, but he dismissed me. I went and bought a camcorder and told him to at least record anything unusual. I wanted to be able to show him once he was in a moment of clarity, so that maybe he would allow me to help him. But it all happened so fast and was over. I think we watched David's video on the computer last time, where it was like the feet were twitching. And so I think we're set in 1998, so this would have been 13 years ago. A year later, April 3rd, 85. I don't know what else to do. I feel helpless. I'm so sorry, James. August 10th, 85. Andrea now. I won't stop. I don't know what to do. Obviously, not everyone is susceptible. I've learned that much. It makes me want to never hire anyone again, but I can't lose the mortuary either. Even if I did close, it would still happen to me eventually. 2 years later, November 16th, 87, I'm back to writing here again. It's been so long I thought it was over, but I guess I've just been lucky. I'm scared. I was hoping this would never happen again, but I have a feeling this is only going to happen more. Poor Angela. This is a horrible existence. I almost fell victim before. It's only a matter of time now until it chooses me. I don't want to be alone, but I think there's no escaping what has happened. I will miss you always, Maria, but it was the right thing to leave you, to keep you safe. I know you would never understand. February 22nd, 1989. I tucked this journal away and forgot about it, trying to move on. I found it again today, and I guess I've been in a horrible place for a while now. I can't live with all this guilt. I feel so alone. I feel so angry at the life that's been taken from me. I stopped my life to take care of her, and she brought this in. I can't blame her. That's not fair. It's not her fault. I have to find a way to stop this myself. I've just been sitting here, huddled in fear, hoping this wouldn't happen again, that it won't happen to me. I don't have much money, but I need to start researching this in a real way. I need to take control.
I'm missing something.
Really want to make sure I don't miss anything. Oh my gosh. Dear Mr. Salah, it was a pleasure working with you, but I'm sorry to say I simply can't afford to travel back out to you. I have more questions about the Athenian translations, but I was also hoping you could send over the documents you'd shared on quarter letting. Honestly, any documents you could create copies of and send would be extremely helpful. The package accompanying this letter contains some of the clay carvings I've made in an attempt to create the symbols you shared. I've also designed a holder for them. My hope is to combine the markings and holder to comprise a demonic identifier that will also call the entity to it and bind it there if correct. The silver capsule in the center of the holder contains the ash of burned cophrus and is lined with demonic calling runes. Based on our conversations, I believe this can react with fresh blood from the possessed. I wanted to request that you give the contents of this package a look and let me know if this seems like a viable method to bind an entity. With privacy also being extremely important to me, I wanted to request you please send everything back, including this letter. All my best, Raymond. Mr. Delver, it is a great shame I will not be seeing you, but I appreciate you sharing this with me, as this does seem to provide a reaction, and what you have made does make sense. It's a very clever way to identify a specific entity. However, I'm curious as to the reason for the body identification aspect, as you would need the blood of the possessed inside the vessel, which I assume would already be the case, and tenancy would be obvious. So I don't really see the value of identifying the vessel. However, the demonic identification and building aspect of this is fantastic. Thank you for sharing your work. It's a great help to mine. As you have requested, I've returned everything with this shipment. With great respect, Akil. I'm not picking up the humectant. I'm assuming it's just all the stuff we use upstairs. Man, did I need the large old key for that? I haven't got a tape. Did I open these already? Yes. Yes, I did. But I didn't. Oh, stop it. I didn't open this side. There's the tape.
This is Raymond Delver. I know this will sound crazy, but I believe I am being possessed. If I am to disappear, know that it was not of my own free will, and that I am a danger to anyone I may encounter. I should be killed on sight. This sounds terrible, but the woman locked in the basement must also be killed.
Oh my god.
For anyone that may encounter this, if you are experiencing possession, the blood of the possessed will react to the name of the demon present. Injecting the blood of the possessed into a deceased body with demonic tendency will act as a reagent for revealing possession and form the foundation for binding the demon to the body. Then it can be marked with its name and burned. This should banish the demon. I'm sorry for what I've had to do. Know that it was only ever done to stop it all.
So this is all after all the people have been dying. March 27th, 89. I've been working relentlessly, and I believe I've made some progress. I haven't pieced together much, but I've found enough that has led me to a contact in Egypt. I'm flying out there in a few days to meet and talk about what's been happening. A month later, on April 29th. My trip to Egypt was extremely successful, I feel. I'm broke now, but it was worth it. Mr. Salah is an amazing help. I've come back with mountains of documents and copies of religious texts I had no idea existed. It's changed a lot of what I believe. I'm going to start poring over these and see what I can piece together. There's something here. I can feel it. How long ago was that? April? So the end of the year. December 8th, 89. I'm so tired and angry. I feel so helpless. I can't do this anymore. Valerie didn't do anything to deserve this. None of them did. I can't bring myself to do it. I'm keeping Valerie here. I can help her. I'm sure of it. I feel like I'm so close to something that I can stop this, but I don't know what I'm missing. I've been working on a number of things meant to combat these entities. I've found ways to uncover their sigils, which is promising. I've distilled this down to a science, and I know I can find the missing piece. I will help you, Valerie. January 27th, 1990. I hate what I have to do. I have to feed her and care for her even though she's violent and gone. It's far too similar to how this all began, and I hate it. God damn it, 30 years of this. I have a theory, and I don't like it, but I can't let this happen to anyone else. My dog's barking, hang on. Okay, sorry. I have a theory, and I don't like it, but I can't let this happen to anyone else. This has to stop. I have some things I've been working on that I'm going to send off to Mr. Salah and get his opinion. If it's a viable method, I'm going to take this head on. If I can't stop it, I'll keep it at bay. February 18th, 1990. I've received great news from Mr. Salah. I've been fortunate enough to not have another compromised body up to this point, but now I need one. My plan now is to work in the mortuary alone until this happens again. If I can establish myself as a potential conduit and survive the possession using these tools, I think I may be able to take control as well as keep this from happening to others. I don't know what this means for Valerie. It's the only piece of this I don't know how to live with, but I might have to. Otherwise, it's all been for nothing. All right, let's go get that large key. And then see if the large key works for that door. Oh. I don't like giggling. I'm guessing that's pretty close. I'm gonna take the matches too. No more giggling, please. Oh my god, the music too. Oh, alright.
Are you out there? Hello? Oh, I knew you'd find me. I'm
Oh.
alone and scared. Please help me.
Fucking hell, don't you hear me?
I don't know what to do here. I don't think I can even interact with that lock. But I guess I've answered what that thing is for. It's for getting her blood. Has he been making the baleful reagent from her? Doesn't look like I can interact with it at all. I'm just gonna keep going. Try and get the demon tonight. This music is so unsettling. And I still don't know which body it is. This is the only body that has done anything, but I think the third body would have done it no matter what. I'm also holding the mark, so now I have to drop my... I have to drop the clipboard. Nice to have a little bit of peace. Alright. Clipboard's right there. I keep clicking that one. Oh my god. This fucking music.
Come over here.
Oh god.
Rebecca.
Ugh. What the fuck is happening? Can't seem to click that. Fuck all of this. Okay. All 3 bodies are done, and I have no idea which body it is. None of them have any marks. This one did respond, but I think the third body would have done something no matter what. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go back down to see Valerie one more time. And then I'm gonna check out the other 2 bodies and see if anything's happened to them. The old lady's the only one that moved, but I still say that I think the third person would have moved no matter what. Oh, don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like any of this. I'm starting to wonder if we follow this route, if there's only one ending for this particular story. I do think it might have been too late and we got possessed because our drawing was showing the drawing of that sigil. Oh no. No.
What happened?
Let me go! Hey, what are you doing?
Sorry. This is the only way.
Oh my god.
No, why are you doing this? Help me, please! Please, Raymond!
Jesus.
Raymond! Seriously. Raymond!
Does it... It looks like Valerie's not in her box anymore.
Let me out, you shit! You never fix what you've done!
Alright, well that's fucked up. And now he will use me to make more reagent. So yeah, I guess I got possessed that time. Says I only got one ending though. I would say that's a second ending. Anyway, that was cool. We're gonna keep doing this, keep trying to get some more endings as long as it's giving us new scares. See you later.